In this video, I will show you how to create a new project in SDL Trados Studio. You can start a new project easily with the drag and drop files feature. Browse for your files from the Welcome screen here, or right-click in Windows Explorer to fast-track project creation when selecting multiple files. You can drag and drop your files anywhere on the Welcome screen. This opens the Translate Files dialog box. I will now click on Create New Project. This opens the New Project wizard. Choose if your project should follow the settings specified in an existing template or the settings of a previous project. I will select the default template. This uses Studio's default settings and resources such as default translation memories and term bases. You can customize the default settings from File, Options. Next, let's add some basic project details. First, enter a name for your project. Then specify where you want to save the project. You can also specify the due date and the customer. If you have access to a group share server, select Publish Project to Group Share. This uploads the project online so that multiple translators can work on it simultaneously. I will keep the default settings. Click Next to choose the languages you want to translate this project into. To save time scrolling through the list of languages, your recently used target languages are suggested. I will choose German, French, and Japanese as target languages. Then click Next and choose the documents for translation. I want to translate a Word document in the old format, a PowerPoint file, an XML file, and a Word document in the new docx format. Studio identifies that my files are translatable. You can change the file usage to reference if translators should only use this for background information. You can also merge multiple files together to open them as one single document in Studio. I will continue with the default settings and click Next. On this page, select the resources to use for translating the files. For each target language, Studio added a language pair to the navigation tree. I will add my translation memories to the All Language Pairs level so that these are applied to the appropriate language pair below. Click Use to add an existing local translation memory, a server-based translation memory from GroupShare, or a machine translation provider. Any TM enables you to use translation memories that do not respect the language direction or language flavors of the project. You can also choose to create and add a new translation memory. Here I will select File-based translation memories and add translation memories for all my target languages. I also want to add an auto-suggest dictionary. This is a resource that you can only add at the individual language pair level. I will add a dictionary for English to French. Click Next and add some multi-term term bases. To add an existing term base, click Use. My term base contains terms for all the target languages in the project. Studio detects this and automatically applies the term base for German, French, and Japanese. Click Next. If you have a previously translated version of your documents, you can use Perfect Match. Otherwise, click Next. Here, select what tasks Studio will apply on the files before opening them for translation. For example, how they are processed against the translation memories. Click the Task Sequences button to see all the tasks included in this sequence. I will select the default task sequence, which applies the listed batch tasks without then generating a translation memory for the translations in my project. Click Next. Here you can adjust the settings for the batch tasks that you've just selected for your task sequence. I will accept all the default settings and click Next. This takes us to the Project Summary page. Click Project Settings to review and adjust the settings for the entire project. For example, I could configure the QA checker settings to specify what Studio should check for when translators work on the files. Click OK, then Finish to use these settings for the project files. Once the project is created, you can choose to store these settings in a project template. You can use this template with future projects. Click Close to finish creating the project. You can now open the project from the Projects view. Click on the Reports view to see the reports generated by the selected task sequence. You can use these statistics for budgeting your project. You are now ready to send your project for translation. We hope you enjoyed this video. For more information on this, watch the next tutorials, Working with Project Packages or Working with GroupShare online projects.